as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Okay, ready?
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Ready?
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Raiders defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
The Texans send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not.
Here we go.
Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. I'll start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything.
Under pressure, they got him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. In motion right, that's Collins.
Let's go. Go set.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Dameon Pierce hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here in Vegas. Point after here coming up. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on... There he goes, right side. Inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he stopped immediately there. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle. You look at this Raiders defense. They enter play here number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Foster. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's free at the 35. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all.
Touchdown! Higgins, a 22-yard touchdown ground, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Another carry for Pierce. They find some open field here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury and having to write down all the turnovers his team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. And the slot man goes in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down. Foster. And he is caught. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well.
Ready, play. 10 cycles.
Off play action. Foster. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The Raiders sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Another run with Mitchell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. It's complete to Brown, right side. Touchdown, Raiders. Marquise Brown, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the 1st half.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Pierce now up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. We'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. Back to throw, Fields. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Play action. It's Fields. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
At the 42-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back.
There he goes, right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
106 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
A give running right is strong here.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. On play action, Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target in the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Christian Harris there, finding his way home to record the sack.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
Joey's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
And they'll go right back to Pierce.
Yeah, he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Foster now from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've caused big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Off play action, Fields.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. 52 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Foster to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Foster.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
A give running right is Mitchell.
And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
120 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Elijah Higgins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from...
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Ball on the 27. Here's second and a yard.
Striker, 3-3. Ready.
Looking to throw. Foster. He finds his man. Complete. It's Nash. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Red, yellow. Cut.
They'll try and throw for it here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
That's caught. It's Austin left side.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Now Fields.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here's Fields.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18.
To throw is Fields.
And he's got it. Touchdown.
Elijah Higgins
With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Raiders are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they...
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
They have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On first down, Fields.
That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Raiders add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now Foster looking to throw on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Nash. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Nash. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Nash, just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Jacorian Bennett has it, and the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Fields on first down.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Trying the right side with Mitchell.
Oh, good move. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point attempt to follow here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Now 3rd down and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Nash. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Up the middle they go. Nash. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the total. But they're still coming up really short, and that is how this one comes to an end. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no over at all.
smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up wings for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly.